video is a doozy of a repair. We have a 2021 Ram pickup truck, brand new. Customer drove off the side of the road, sideswiped a tree, hit the door, the cab corner, and the bedside. Well, the cab corner and bedside, not that big of a deal, but the door itself was, well, you'll see in the photos. Anyways, I assessed the damage. I told the customer, hey, look, it'd probably be best if you just went through your insurance, paid your deductible, and had a traditional body shop take care of this door. And I told them they would probably put a door skin on this and blend the fenders and do the paint on the doors. And he was like, well, give me an estimate. So 10 minutes later, I come out, I said, it's going to be $1,828 plus tax. So you're looking about $1,900. Well, didn't say anything. I was kind of hoping he would just say, okay, thanks for letting me know. Have a good day. Because I really didn't want to fix this. But he said, let's do it. I was like, so I didn't say anything for about 15, 20 seconds. I just let him kind of figure out what he wanted to do. Literally said nothing at all once I gave him the price. And then, well, 12 hours later, this is what he got. Guys, enjoy the video. As always, okay, so this is the Ram 1500 or 3500. I don't even know what it is. But anyway, there's a Ram pickup truck. Look at that dent. Man, I really did want to fix this thing, I'll be honest with you. I spent roughly 9.5 hours on the actual repair on the door itself. And just for the door, not included in the bedside or the cab corner, it was around $1,400 and some change to repair this door shell or door skin. And let me tell you, it was not fun. It was very difficult, tedious. I had to be meticulous about everything I did. In this video here, this is going to be part one of a 3-part series. We're just going to show you how we use the black plague tabs, the gangrene, and we're just going to show you how we rough out the metal and get the bulk of the dent out using all the tools that we have in our arsenal that we get purchased from PDR.com. As you can see, you got the chain jacks hammer, you got the Kiko lift bar, the gangrene tabs, and the black plague tabs. The best thing about these, you can remove a lot of metal very quickly, just like the Kiko tabs. You can order those from the site as well. And once you get a lot of that metal out, then you can really fine tune it with your tools, which is what I like to do, as you guys can tell in most of my videos. Get as much of the metal out as you can with your glue tabs, and then go in there and tackle it with your sharp tip tools or your cherry tip tools or whatever you want to use, especially for these large complex repairs. This one was very complex. There were so many different techniques and tools that I had to use in my arsenal to get this repair to be as a high quality as I could in a timely fashion. And it was raining that day, so that made it even worse. Fortunately for me, I had a tent to cover me, and the customer had a 3-car garage but wouldn't let me work in the garage for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, you can tell quite a bit of the damage has come up using the tabs, the gangrene tabs and the black plague crease tabs. What I'm using here is the bubble gum. I ran out of my tab weld about a month ago and I haven't ordered any because I have so much bubble gum in the cactus green. So I went ahead and ordered me some more of that tab weld because that stuff is amazing. And I like using the black in the winter time, and now it's starting to become spring. And then that's when, for me, tab weld just takes off in the early spring. And before summer hits, that stuff is amazing. So go ahead and order you some of that. If you're in nice, cool climates between, I'd say 50 and 90 degrees, tab weld does an exceptional job. But one thing is, when you're using glues, as you see me doing all the time, is heating up the panel with a torch. I'm not only heating the panel up to prevent paint delamination or cracking or anything like that. What I'm using it for also, I live in North Carolina, there's tons of humidity out here. So I'm getting the condensation off the panel. Because glue, I don't care what kind of glue you have, what kind of glue tabs you have, if there's condensation on that panel, it's not gonna stick. It's just not, it's just gonna peel off every time. So if you're having issues there, make sure you clean it off very well with your denatured alcohol, which is what I use, and heat it up with the torch to get the condensation off, and your glue is going to stick like. That was just perfect right there because I didn't want to over pull it. I wanted a nice soft pull to where I didn't have a high crown here. Now I have just a very, very slight crown, and I think it's because of the curvature of the tab. It won't. It held enough to get that crease out, and it has just a very slight crown there. Let me show you. There it is right there. I mean, that's going to be easy to tap back down. I'd much rather have a very soft crown here to tap down than a super sharp high. Like the gangrene ones here, I mean, that's kind of sharp. So the gangrenes, which are these, they pull extremely hard. But these black plagues right here, I mean, they hold very well, but it didn't over pull it. It pulled it out almost to where it's just perfect. Just tap down that little crown right there and we're good to go. I mean, these are great for getting solid pulls without over pulling. I've had these about 5 or 6 years now. 2015, I believe, is when I bought them. They're great. And these right here, these things pull extremely hard. I mean, very hard. I mean, you can see that crown right there. Yeah, right there. That's a super hard pull. And then this one right here, you can't see nothing. It's so shallow, which is what you want. You don't want to over pull anything if you don't have to. And in order to bring that up, we're going to use this one. We're going to use this flat surfaced black plague crease tab to get this shallow up, because I don't want to over pull it, but I want to pull it enough to where it gets it up and I can tap down the crowns around it, stress relief. So let's do it. So everything you see in this video, like this crease tab here, I took off the bolt and put an eye bolt in there. That way you can pull it with your ratchet straps, your glue pull tower, or anything you have of that nature. It just makes it easier for it to hold on to. And you can get those eye bolts from hardware store, any hardware store. They're really inexpensive, like $1, maybe 75 cents. I don't remember what I paid for it. But what I'm doing is heating the glue back up so it's not, because it's been sitting for about 15 minutes, and if the glue sits for that long, this one in particular, it'll become brittle and it'll just break as soon as you go to put pressure on it. So heat it back up. It kind of makes it more elastic, and just makes it easier to pull it and keeps the strength back on the tab and the glue. So if you're having issues with your glue just breaking from the tab and it's brittle, just heat it up with a torch and it'll make it much better for you. I do that a lot, especially on rails with hail. I'll put multiple tabs on there, flash it with the heat gun or the torch, and just pull all of them real quickly with my mini lifter or my slide hammer, either one. Do this so you don't get your teeth knocked out. But yeah, always got to have a safety strap. So I left my mobile glue pulling tower at home. I didn't realize I'd be needing it on this repair. So I went with the alternate route where I actually used the ratchet strap and hooked it up to the striker on my doorpost of the vehicle. And it works very well. So if you don't have a glue pulling tower and you have something that's kind of in that level of your striker or something on your vehicle, your wheel, hitch, use that. I've done it many times. But as you can see, the door skin is starting to take a little bit better shape. The only bad thing I noticed about these Ram trucks in particular is once you take the entire interior trim panel out, the glass, the dust barrier, everything out, you got tons of access. There's really no bracings, no intrusion beams. it's just wide open. And that's kind of a good thing, but also a bad thing because it's really difficult to leverage off anything. So that makes it pretty difficult to try to get leverage when there's too much access. So in the next video, I got a tip for you on how to get exceptional leverage without actually using the door panel as a fulcrum point, or hooking a chain, or hooking up any kind of fulcrum to the S-hook, anything like that. And that way, it'll keep the panel from flexing, and you won't have to go through the top of the door and damage that as well. So look forward to that in the next video. I actually found this from a guy on, what was it, Instagram? I forget his name. I've tried finding him to give him credit for it, but I cannot find his name. So whoever you are out there, this one in the next video is from him. So wasn't my idea, but it's a hell of an idea. And I use it for the first time on this repair, and it made it so much easier. But as you can tell, pretty much every single tool I'm using here in this repair. I'm not going to over push because I want a little bit of cushion of the glue. So yeah, don't over push and spread the glue out to where it's super thin, because I want it to be a little bit thicker. You see right here how the tab design has got that slice in the middle where that adheres into the groove of the tab, and then the rest grabs around the tab, which is pretty brilliant design. Leave a comment down below what your favorite glue is and your favorite glue tabs. Have you used the black plug tabs before? What are your thoughts on them? Do you think they work well? Do you not think they work well? Hell, I want to know, and I'm pretty sure the people who make the tabs, they would like to know as well. The reason I do that is because as I'm pulling, the top of the tab tends to pull off first, so I want a little bit more glue in there to get a little bit better adhesion to the panel. Didn't over tighten it because I don't want it to pull too hard on the panel. Just want to pull enough to where I can get tension so I can tap down the crowns. You will not be disappointed. I've been using them for 6 years now. Yeah, if you're having problems or issues with your glue sticking or any kind of issues with glue pulling, reach out to me, ask me a question, and I'll help you out the best I can, because that's what this channel is all about. And guys, if you could, share this video. It not only helps me and our channel, helps our channel grow, but it helps future PDR technicians as well to see the channel, and they can possibly learn something from it, just like you guys are hopefully learning something from it. I know everything we post isn't gonna help you, but it helps. Share it on Facebook, on any kind of social media platform you can. It helps a ton. And don't forget, subscribe. There, you see, it's just constant. The torch is just constant. I'm telling you, I can't stress enough how important having a torch is, especially if you're mobile. It's so imperative to create glue pulling when you have humidity. If you're out in this California, Nevada, out in that way, or Arizona, where you have pretty much zero humidity, you're not going to really need a torch. But we have humidity, and it's rough out here. Like Houston, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, you guys have humidity. South Carolina, all the way up the East Coast. So you know what I'm talking about. So all in all, with the actual glue pulling, I think I spent about maybe 2.5 hours on actual glue pulling to get the metal shaped where I want before I took it off the panel. Took the panel off the vehicle and started pushing from the backside. And that's where I spent the most of my time, is finessing this repair out because the guy paid for a high quality repair. And I told him, one thing I told him was, we may not get it 100%. I said, worst case scenario, it would be 90%, but there's a great possibility we can get it to 98, 99% because of the cracked paint and the damage to the interior of the door shell. And it was bad. Man, I'm super happy with what we have going on right now. What I'm gonna do is get this body line out just a little bit with some glue, and then we're gonna take the door apart, and then we're gonna tool the rest of it. Well, anyways, guys, don't forget, hit the link in the description if you want to get some new tools. They have all kinds of great tools. And don't forget, Dent Baron 15. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to sharing the next one with you. As always, have a great weekend.